Welcome to Common Sense Budgeting in the Real World. Choose a lifestyle and career, and we'll take you on a real-world budgeting adventure. First, we'll start off by choosing a dream career. Circle a career that interests you, and then start on the next page to start paying your bills. You'll see some careers require a degree. If you don't have scholarships and you don't have student aid, you're required to pay those degrees back in student loans. And you'll also see there are several trades that don't require a college degree, and several of those trades make just as much money as some of the other careers you see on the page. These are important things to remember when deciding on your future career. Once you've chosen your dream career, enter the monthly income, tax, and student repayment amounts in your budget table. You'll find your budget table on the back of your Common Sense mat. So now that we've chosen our dream career, we're going to start off choosing where we live. So you'll see on the map we have a cozy and cute, close quarters, the suburban dream, and upscale paradise. You'll see that their monthly payments are different. And also, the bigger the house, the bigger utilities. So you'll also see a difference in the utilities. In the real world, there's two different types of housing. There's renting and there's owning. When deciding whether you want to rent versus own, there's a lot of pros and cons. So what are some pros of renting? I'm going to give you a couple minutes to think on it. With renting, you're not responsible for repairs and maintenance. You usually don't have to mow your lawn. If your ceiling starts leaking, then they will come out and repair it. If you own your own home, you are responsible for maintenance and repairs. But mortgage payments are typically cheaper than your rent payment, depending on where you are. And owning your own home is an investment. So choose which housing you would like, and then enter that amount, your monthly payment and utilities, on the back of your mat in the budget table. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Looks like we've run into a stop sign. That's telling us to take a chance. Life brings unexpected events. Some bring money and other expenses. Flip a coin to reveal your fate. If you get heads, your cell phone is stolen and you must spend $900 to replace it. You may pay in monthly installments of $75. Or if you get tails, to help you build your savings account, your grandma deposits $25 a month into your savings. So flip that coin and circle if you get heads or tails. Just remember, life doesn't always go as planned. We need to make a plan for the unexpected. And now we're moving on to transportation. How will you get around? So you'll see the stop and go, the putt-putt, off-road, and zoom-zoom. You'll see that the monthly payment is different. You'll also see that the fuel expense is different. Your public transportation will not have a fuel expense versus your zoom-zoom, which will have a higher fuel expense. When you're looking at different cars, do you ever look at the gas mileage on that car? Let's look at a little scenario on the cost of gas in two different vehicles. So car 1 gets 20 miles per gallon. Car 2 gets 30 miles per gallon. They both have an annual mileage of 15,000 miles, and gas is approximately $2.65 a gallon. In a month, Car 2 saves $56 a month, and over a year, Car 2 is going to save $663 a year. So just the difference of 10 miles per gallon, they save $663 a year. In the real world, there'll be other expenses with transportation besides gas. You'll have maintenance and insurance and other things you'll need to budget in. So go ahead, circle which car you would like to get around in. Once you circle your choice, be sure to go over on the right to your budget table and enter that amount, including fuel, in your budget. Uh-oh, looks like we've run into another take a chance. Remember, life brings unexpected events. Some bring money, other expenses. Flip a coin to reveal your fate. If you get heads, you win $600 from a radio contest paid in $50 monthly installments over the year. Or if you get tails, last year you made a mistake on your taxes. You now must pay the $1,200 you owe in monthly payments of $100. So flip a coin and circle which one you land on. Now let's look at connectivity. You have to keep in touch. Choose as many of the items below as you would like. So there's a phone, high-speed internet, and streaming services. So if you just want a phone, you can choose your phone. If you want all three, you can also choose 3. So make your selections, and when you have completed, be sure to write down in your budget table on the right. And now it's time to talk about savings. You don't want to forget to pay yourself. Why do you think we need savings? Let's look back on the take a chance. What if you had to pay for your phone in full? Would you have $900 to pay for the phone? There's 3 different savings plans below. There's a simple saver, the savvy saver, and the super saver. You will see the savings rate on the left of that table, and then on the right, it shows how to calculate it. So if you choose savvy saver, you'll divide your monthly income by 10. So go ahead and choose which savings plan you would like. Savings is a great way to plan for unexpected expenses. So if you had to pay for that phone in full, you would have that money. Saving is also a great way to save up for larger items. So if you would like a new phone in the future, you can save up so you have that money when you're ready to buy that new phone. Now let's look at everyone's favorite, clothing. What to wear, what to wear. There's 3 different choices below: the thrifter, the trendsetter, the glamour guru. With clothing, it's important to understand a want versus a need. You need to have clothes on your back. You need to have warm clothes for winter. But it can be expensive to keep up with the trends. One way to save on clothes is looking for deals and sales. You may also shop at secondhand stores, which is also good for the environment. So choose whether you want to be the thrifter, the trendsetter, or the glamour guru. And once you have chose your selection, write in the table on your right. We're going to take a look at entertainment. What will you do for fun? There's a stay at home. These people like to play video games. They like to watch TV. The weekender. This is going to be a person that likes to go out to the movies on the weekends, maybe catch a baseball game on the weekends. And then you have the big spender. This is going to be the person going to concerts, going to different types of shows. So you'll choose which one you want to be, and then write your selection on the budget table on the right. It's making me hungry just thinking about it, but now it's time to talk about food. What will you eat? There's the basic basket. It's just the necessities, all generic brands. Then there's common cuisine. It's a mix of basic goods, name brand items, and restaurant meals. And then you have the royal feast. This is a mix of organic, gourmet items and restaurant meals. When you're looking at your budget, what are some ways that you can reduce the cost of food? You might choose to cook at home versus eating out, or packing your lunch versus going out for lunch. So now it's time to pay your bills. Let's look at the budget table. If you have not already entered your monthly income and your taxes, be sure to enter those into the table. You'll then need to calculate your disposable income. And disposable income equals income minus taxes. Enter your disposable income in the cell to the right. And then you'll subtract your student loan repayment and your savings from your disposable income. If you did not have a student loan repayment, you can simply put 0 in that cell. That leaves you with the money you have available for spending. From your money available for spending, you'll need to subtract your housing. Be sure to include your utilities, transportation, include fuel, connectivity, include all options selected, clothing, entertainment, food, and healthcare. So you'll see healthcare is already entered in there for you. There are some expenses that are out of our control, like healthcare costs. Under balance, you will have your 2 chances. So for chance 1, you will either subtract $75 or add $25. For chance 2, you will either add $50 or subtract $100. Enter those now. So after you've calculated your 2 chances, was your budget balanced? Or did you have a surplus or shortfall? As you plan for the future, you'll need to check that your budget balances, which means your balance is equal to 0. If your budget is balanced, you've put aside money as savings and planned for your expenses. You'll also be better prepared to handle unexpected events. If by chance something adds to your income, you'll have a surplus, which means you have more money available to save or spend. If it's an unexpected expense, you'll have a shortfall. You'll need to use some of your savings or reduce your expenses. Now let's see how many people had a surplus. And how many of you had a shortfall? If you had a shortfall, what are some things you would have done differently? Thank you for joining us on a budgeting adventure in the real world. It was a wild ride, but we made it through. If you want more information on our Go Learn program, you can visit our website at legencebank.com. Thank you.